So let's compare two angles. So first thing first, we have an activity. Let's complete that. Move around the turtle with at least 2 turns. Okay, let's do that first. Right, then first thing is, let me make it go forward so that we have a base as a reference. Okay, then let's turn. I think it's turn. No, it's left. Then I can measure. Then let's move forward. Then turn right, I guess. Or turn left. Left. So that would be. So don't look at the values. That's just for me. Okay, so job is done. Now, which turn measures more? Okay, for that I need to a screenshot. Remember, our agenda over here is to measure two angles. So initially, the turtle was in this direction and it turned to this direction. That's our first turn. Do you guys agree? Next, it was in this direction. Okay, that fat. So it was pointing in this direction and it turned this direction. Almost. So let me take this away. I should have done that. Okay, guys, I'll do something else. I am not very happy with this. I'll do something else. I'll do this. Yeah, this is helpful. Okay, now I can show it to you guys properly. So initially the turtle was in this direction. Agree? Not exactly that. Yeah, that's better. Then it turned to this direction. In the next case, it was in this direction and it turned to this direction. So we basically have 1 and 2 angles. So that would be your first, that would be your second turn. Which turn measures more? Now you guys have to take a second, think about it. Which turn is more? Yes, second turn is more. Let's try turning back to our initial position. Okay, so let's point towards the initial position. So basically we have to try pointing downwards. I'll try that. If we don't get exactly, we will not waste time. So it's left turn, I guess. Yeah, left turn and some value, that value and all that you will understand in time. So for me, I think it is this. Oh, I got it right. Okay, then if I move forward, maybe it's 100, I guess. Oh, we are back actually. Let's try turning back to our initial point. During this was our direction and the amount of turn same or different. Okay, we need to compare again. So all this activity, it's leading us to compare. Again, going back to this diagram. Okay, right, it's matching. Now we were pointing in this direction. We went to this direction. Let me undo this. That's our third turn. So the question is, during this was our direction and the amount of turn same or different? Well, all the directions are different. Initially, yeah, initial arm. This is our initial arm. This was our final arm in case 2. whatever is the final arm in case 2, the initial arm of case 3 will be the same, obviously. And the final arm of case 3 is not anywhere close to whatever the other direction is. Okay. So direction, no, the direction is not the same. What is the amount of turn? Amount of turn with 2 and 3, it looks almost same. It can be same. Okay. So how do we see this? We are telling that it is same. Some might disagree that it doesn't look to be the same. If we have to come to a definite conclusion, we will have to use the following methods: either superimposition or circular method. Okay. To answer this question exactly, we can use either of this method. There are more ways of doing it, of course, but now we are looking at it. Last is turn. Let's turn a lot. So let me, till now I've been turning. If I turn right again, I think left again is the only convenient turn I can get. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. I'll try turning right, and I think they'll be good enough. Okay. Can you see that? This is a lot of turn. It was pointing down and it's going almost back. Right? Okay. Again, I hope you're getting a feel of all the movement and directions and everything, turn and everything. So that's the whole idea. Don't memorize anything, don't memorize the step, understand the idea. Superimposition has to do with overlapping vertices and arms to compare sizes. So basically, what it does is, say, okay, just give me a second. So basically, all we have to do is copy the first one or the second one, pasting it over here. I'm going back, copying the second one, and I'm pasting it over here again. What basically the idea here is to overlap, okay, in this manner so that the vertex is fixed, right? And then the angles have to be fixed. Sorry, one of the arms has to be the same. Oh yeah. Oh, what did I do? I deleted it off. Deleted. Okay. Yeah. So it's not exactly overlapping. So I'll turn it a bit. Or I guess almost there, right? Okay. Now it's kind of correct. Kind of, not exactly. Now it's right. So this is overlapping. So overlapping is to do with, we will overlap both the vertex. Okay, so what we're looking at here is, let me be over here. Okay, I'll do it here, center. So what we are looking at is, we are looking at same vertex. So basically vertex has to overlap. Overlap vertices. So it's like, now it's like a single vertex. Both are combined. So you have Q and B overlapping. Okay. Next, your arms are also same. For both the angles, the arms are same. We can consider it as initial arm. Now look at the final arm. QA's final arm, or this particular angle's final arm, is not the same as this angle's final arm. There's a lot more rotation, clearly. So in this case, figure 2 has a lot more opening than figure 1. So figure 2 is bigger than, the angle is bigger than figure 1's angle. This is your superimposition. Very simple, right? So here the funda is, we should not be doing that. I'll just show you what not to do. So we can't do this. We can't do just this, just overlapping the vertex and be done with it. It's not this. One arm has to overlap, one arm of both the angles have to overlap. Only then you can compare. That's the funda. Quite simple. Next is circular method. Okay, circular method, just give me a second. Okay, now this is a better scenario. Circular method has to do with this. So we basically have both the angles. We have a circle like this. Okay, its center is, well, it's clear where it is. What we have to do is you take the center, keep it on the vertex of the first angle, then mark stuff, right? So basically I'm going to mark, say I'm going to mark here and over here. Actually it should be on the circle, but I don't want to, it's kind of neat and nice, so I don't want to, how do I put it across? I don't want to take that white layer away. So yeah, so I'm marking it. Then I'll take this transparent circle, place it on the second angle, and we need to rotate this. I can't rotate this in the software, but we'll imagine that both are, we rotate it. And the first angle's initial arm point is aligned over here. And so I need to shift this a bit in this manner. So this was the first angle's final arm, and this is the common initial arm. Okay, so we rotated the circle such a way that the initial arm is we are pointing both the initial arm to this first dot. That's a common initial arm. This is first angle's initial arm. Then this is second angle's, so not initial arm, final arm. And this is second angle's final arm. Array. Agree? So what does your common sense tell? Obviously, the second angle is much more than the first angle. So that is about our writing as well over here. The writing reflects the same process, nothing else. Mark the first angle. Place the center of your transparent circle at the vertex of the first angle. Let me redo all of this so that, that continuation is there. Oh, sorry. We need to do this. Place the center of your transparent circle on the vertex of the first angle. Okay, we've done that. Mark the points where both arms of the angle intersect the edge of the circle. So basically it's supposed to be, bit down, and this is supposed to be a bit down. I shifted it because, what happened. Then compare with the second angle. How do we compare? Move the same circle to the vertex of the second angle. Okay, I'm moving it. So the vertex is overlapping. Align one of the arm of the second angle with one of the original marks on the circle. We did that. You can see common initial arm. Then after this, we need to compare. So let me take this to the comparison place. Observe where the other arm of the second angle lands. It's quite far away. If it falls inside the mark, so okay, this is something that I have to teach you guys. Inside the mark is this space. This is inside the mark. Do you guys agree? So anything not in this space basically. So anything not in this space will be outside. So this is clearly outside. If it falls exactly on the mark, so if it falls over here and the first is over here and the second is over there, Then again we have what scenario? Equal angle scenario. They are said to be equal. If it falls outside, then what will be the scenario? The second angle is greater than the first one. As simple as that. Quite commonsensical, to be honest. And finally, we have the concept of equal angles. An equal angle, also known as congruent angle, refers to two or more angles that have the same measure. So for this, I have one more thing that I would want to show you guys. I think I can do this. Just a second. Okay. So I'll start off with this. So you have something called as 90 written over there. And if you guys remember, this is degree. So this is written as 90 degree. Now, this particular angle, right? Let me take a screenshot and place it somewhere. Okay, there's no space, but I'll try managing here itself. The next thing is, let me rotate this around. Now let's figure out 90. Please look at this. We're trying to make that as 90. We're almost there. No, yeah. So this too is 90 degree. So based on this, I have a question. So you guys need to observe this. So we have this and this. So these two are said to be 90 degree. They are said to be equal angle. Now the question is, do they depend on the orientation? Orientation means in what direction it's the opening is. Here the direction is kind of up. We can tell it to be up. And here it is down left. Do they depend on the orientation? Does it make it different because they're oriented differently? Does the amount of angle differ? Answer is no. Do the arm length, does it influence this? If I shorten this and shorten this, is the amount of opening changing? Even if I do this actually, honestly. The opening, is it changing? Yes or no? This too is a no. Please remember, the arm length will not influence the opening. The orientation also does not. Finally, the definition. An equal angle, also known as congruent angle, referred to two or more angles that have the same measure, regardless of their orientation or position. That's the whole funda. Right? Okay, one last time. We are comparing angles. There are two methodologies, superimposition and circular method. Superimposition has to do with overlapping two angles such that the vertex has to be, the vertices of the both the angles vertex have to overlap and the arms has to overlap, and then we just look at the second arms. Circular method, it has to do with a transparent circle. So we have to overlap with both, mark it. With the marking, we'll be able to see that, the first one is smaller than the second one. So here the condition is the vertex, of course, has to fall on the vertex of the angles before marking, that is. And the marking has to be such that the common initial arm has to be fixed. And then mark and then compare, as simple as that. Okay. So you can have a look. I'm going to pause for a second.